Welcome to this preview of Big Cloud Fabric for Public Clouds by Big Switch Networks. We'll start with a brief overview of cloud networking before jumping into a demonstration of BCF Public Cloud's visibility, configuration, and troubleshooting capabilities. For BCF Enterprise Cloud users familiar with BCF workflows, BCF Public Cloud provides operational consistency with AWS. We'll close with a look at Big Switch's new multi-cloud director. Many of our customers use AWS VPCs to host parts of or entire workloads, since resources in the cloud are typically easy to deploy and highly elastic. However, as enterprises begin to deploy more and more VPCs, they require ever greater connectivity, both between VPCs and back on-premise, and management becomes far more complicated. We're seeing that an increasingly common way to tame this cloud sprawl is by using a transit VPC. Here, application VPCs are spokes that connect to the central transit hub, which may provide connectivity back on-premise or even between app VPCs. Users may still be faced with a bewildering array of workflows across clouds, regions, and architectures. Let's see how BCF Public Cloud can provide some consistency across on-premise and AWS deployments. Once we log in to BCF Public Cloud, we see the active cloud region at the top of the page. To the right, there's a logical overview of the VPCs deployed, showing the transit VPC and application VPCs. To the left, we have a list of all VPCs in the region, as well as a list of subnets in any selected VPC. Let's take a more detailed look at the VPCs. Clicking on a VPC shows its associated routes and subnets. We can also get more information about a single subnet. BCF gives us an overview of network usage statistics and endpoints present in the subnet. BCF Public Cloud gives users the freedom to provision VPCs through both the AWS interface as well as its own. Here, we'll create a new VPC from the BCF interface. We may likewise configure a subnet in our newly created VPC. Now, let's switch over to the AWS dashboard to verify that our configuration was indeed saved correctly. On refreshing the page, we see that the VPC has been created. We may do the same for the subnet. BCF's test path feature allows users to easily troubleshoot the connection between two AWS instances. In an AWS region, say we have two VPCs linked via a VPC peering connection. Each VPC has an instance in a subnet. Each instance is associated with a security group, and each subnet is associated with an ACL. In order to troubleshoot the connection between the two instances, we would have to know the outbound security group rules and the outbound ACL rules of the source, the route pointing to the VPC peering connection, as well as the inbound ACLs and security group rules of the destination. Let's switch back to BCF to see it in action. We first select a source endpoint from a list. We then select our desired destination endpoint. And finally, click Logical Trace. This table shows a summary of each step mentioned previously, including security groups, ACLs, route tables, and endpoint information. We may also hover over any step to highlight a detailed overview. In this case, we see the inbound ACL and security group rule an ICMP packet with encounter. Checking the Summary tab reveals that the reverse result was denied. We can see the reverse path by simply toggling the switch. Hovering over the last step highlights the offending logical hop as well as the rule associated with it. BCF makes troubleshooting on AWS simple and intuitive. So far, we've seen how BCF Public Cloud can manage resources in a single AWS region. However, our most advanced users typically have deployments in multiple regions across public and enterprise clouds. Multi-Cloud Director is capable of managing all Big Switch controllers, whether in public or enterprise clouds, and offers a single pane of glass for an enterprise's hybrid cloud deployment. Take a look at the Multi-Cloud Director product video for more information. Thanks for watching.